Hi boys and girls, I'm just going to do a little video to help you with the maths work today, which I've photocopied from this book, or I've taken a photo of from this book, okay? You can see on the document that I sent you that the boxes are quite small on the page, okay? So if you do have a printer, you can print it out, but still there might not be enough room to write the answers in. If that's the case, if you have quite large writing, you can just write the answers in your maths copy and correct it from that then tomorrow, okay? And some people mightn't have a printer, so if you don't, you just write out the answers in your maths copy. I know it's not ideal, boys and girls, but I think we need a bit more practice on conversion, and there's no more pages to do in the intermaths, okay? So this is the only option. Now, I'm going to leave this here. Let's see. Okay, so in number 3, it says, write the following as litres and millilitres. So let's take one of them is 5790 millilitres. Now, I know that there are 1000 millilitres in 1 litre. Okay, we need to remember that 1000 millilitres is equal to 1 litre. Okay, so 5000 millilitres will be equal to 5 litres, and then these are millilitres. Okay? Now, if I wanted to write that with a decimal point, it would simply be 5.790 litres. And we know that after a decimal point, if the last digit is a 0, we don't actually need it. It's fine like that, or you can have it as 5.79 litres. Okay? Now, I'm going to rub that one out. And I'm going to go on to the next type of question, okay? And I'm going to write this up the top. I'm going to leave it up here, that 1 litre is equal to 1000 millilitres. And I look at the question, it says, one of them, for example, is 1/4 of a litre. Now this is a number that we need to know, and it's in our number facts this week, okay? To find 1/4 of a number, we divide by 4. Now, it's a number that you should know, but if you're not sure, you can divide 1000 by 4. So 1 divided by 4, I can't do. 10 divided by 4 goes 2 times and 2 left over. 20 divided by 4 is 5, and 0 divided by 4 is 0. Okay, so it's a number that we should know anyway. 1/4 of a litre is 250 millilitres. Okay, now I'm going to put a line under that, and I'm going to look at a trickier one. So let me see. I'm going to pick 2 7/100 of a litre. This is a bit trickier. Okay, now 2 litres, that's 2 full litres. So that will be 2000 millilitres. And now I need to find out, because this is 2000s, I need to find out how many hundreds, tens and units I have in the millilitres, okay? So I want to find 7/100 of a litre. That's 7/100 of 1000, okay? So if I divide 1000 by 100, okay, because I want to find 100th first before I find 7/100, that will be 10. Okay, because there are 10 hundredths in 1000. So 100th would be 10 millilitres. That means 7/100 would be 7 times 10, which would be 70. Okay, so 7/100 would be 70. So it's 2070 millilitres. Try and think about it, try and get used to it, okay? Another way you can think of it is, do you remember we did the place value? So we have, for example, if we wanted to do that in decimals, we could say 2.07 litres, that's what it is. This 2 is units. Okay, this 0 is tenths. This 7 is hundredths, so we have 7 hundredths. Okay, it goes in the hundredths place. I hope that helps. Now, moving on to the next one. So in number 5, I need a bigger whiteboard and a proper eraser. I'm using a dishcloth. Let me see. Write the following as litres using the decimal point. Okay, so I'm going to look at, for example, 10 millilitres. We want to write that as litres using the decimal point. Now, because there are 1,000 millilitres in a litre, usually we will have, after the decimal point, we'll have 1, 2, 3 decimal places. Okay, so for 10 millilitres, that's only 2 decimal places. If I put it here, that would be 100 millilitres. Okay, so if I put the 10 there, I have to add a 0, that would be 100 millilitres. That's wrong. Okay, so I would write it like that. And that is 10 millilitres written in litres using a decimal point. I'll look for another one. Let me see, 700 millilitres. We do not have a full litre because it's not over 1,000, so it will be 0 point, and then because there are 3 digits there, I just fill them in. Okay, now we know that after the decimal point, these 2 zeros are not necessary, so it's equal to 0.7 litres. But if you write 0.700 litres, that's fine as well. Okay, it's the same. And one more, 3,460 millilitres. Okay, we can see that there are 3,000. That's 3 full litres. So the 3 will go before the decimal point, and then simply 0.460 after the decimal point. And remember that 0 doesn't matter, so we can write it also as 3.46 litres. Okay? And the very last part then. Part, let me see, write the following as millilitres. So now we're just going to do the reverse. So if we have 0.1 litres, remember that after the decimal point in litres, there should be, unless the last one is 0, there should be 3 decimal places. So here, okay, this is the same as 0.0, oh sorry, no, it's not. It's the same as 0.1 and then it would be 0, 0. Once we have this, then it's very easy because that's equal to 100 millilitres. So 0.1 litres is equal to 100 millilitres. And another one, 3.06 litres is equal to, so I put down this would be 1 before the decimal point, and then 1, 2, there should be another one here, okay? So that would be a 0. So it's equal to 3,000, because each litre is 1,000, 3,000 and 0, 6, and then I'd fill in the 0, 0, 6, 0 millilitres. Okay, now, I know that's a lot of information. If you're somebody that finds that easy, it's going to be no problem. But if it's tricky, what I would do is, I would pause the video just after each example, okay? So I did question 3 first. So go back to question 3, look at my explanation again, rewind the video, pause it when I'm finished and complete those sums. And then do the same with number 4, number 5 and number 6, okay? Your mom or dad will be able to help you. The main thing to remember is 1 litre is 1,000 millilitres. And that, if you're writing with a decimal point, that there are usually 3 decimal places to represent the 1,000 millilitres in a litre. Okay? Off you go. Get to it. I hope you get on well. Bye, boys and girls.